What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. You're tuned into Life as Lariah, and today I have my beautiful mom.
Hey, y'all.
And today we're doing a Q&A. I put up an Instagram post so that people can ask questions for us to answer or for me to ask her. And I wrote them down just to be a little more organized. So the first question is, what's your favorite and least favorite thing about each other? You can go first.
Sure. So let's see. One of my most favorite things about Lariah is that she has always been okay with kind of like being independent and also not needing a crowd and not always being a follower. So I kind of love that most about her. The least favorite thing. Oh, that list can go on and on and on. But one of the things that I think is that she's a procrastinator sometimes. And I think in her mind, she has it all planned out and all figured out, but she doesn't always account for hiccups along the way, minor setbacks. And so when those things come up and it kind of throw her off, she's like, oh, I thought I had time. Hence those late night reports that I help her with, but okay. So yeah, the procrastination piece I think is the one that I dislike the most.
My favorite thing about my mom is that she's very independent. She shows me and my sister that we don't really need anybody as long as we're okay with ourselves. And my least favorite thing is that she's petty. And she already knew that that's what I was going to say. Because she's petty and everybody says she's petty. She says she's predictable, but no, she's petty.
Yeah. Like now. I came home, the dishes are in my sink. She knows that I hate dishes in my sink. So, I'm not the pettiest one. I'm predictable though. You know exactly what's going to piss me off. Like them dishes. I'm just saying.
Give advice on how you support me.
I think the biggest thing that I could offer in terms of advice to Lariah is to be true to yourself. Understand and recognize who you are, the good, the bad, the ups and downs, the flaws. The more you have the ability to kind of tune into those things that are connected to who you really are, then you can kind of see the whole person evolve. And so I give advice to other parents, to other teenagers, from that same vein of just taking the opportunity to really sit down and understand what motivates your kid. What worked for one kid isn't always going to work for the other kid. Ways in which you can support one kid will look significantly different for how you support another kid. So for me, I'm very intuitive to the things that motivate her. I take the time to figure out like what's happening and what's going on. I'm big on vibes across the board in my entire life. So I try to find those spaces to kind of plug into the vibes that she's given, whether they're good or bad. And then when I do pick up on the good ones, I kind of validate those experiences. I gas her up. I tell her how awesome she is. And then also when I pick up on some negative vibes, I also try to sit down and figure out like, hey, what's up? I noticed that you've changed a bit about this, or you're moving different. I've peeped it and I need to understand what that looks like for you. So I would advise, whether you're a sibling, whether you are an auntie, whether you are a parent and you're watching the video, I would encourage you guys to really, you know, take the time to really get to know the folks that are in your life and find ways to encourage them along the way.
Great answer. Next question is, what is your favorite designer?
OMG. I can go on and on and on and on.
I really don't know. I don't know my favorite designer. I like Balenciaga, but I only have a pair of Balenciaga shoes, so you can't really say that that's your favorite. But I like Balenciaga stuff. I like YSL too, because I got a YSL purse, but that's just like, I got one thing. But I like the way it looks, all their stuff. So, between those two.
Okay.
I think your favorite is Gucci or Chanel.
You're absolutely right. So my all-time favorite classic for me is definitely I Am a Gucci Girl. However,
Gucci baby.
when I got that boy bag, honey, that kind of changed the dynamics for me. And then I got the cute little slides to match. So yeah, kind of Gucci, Chanel, Dior. Hey.
Yeah, I think that is your favorite.
Yeah.
What's your favorite memory with me when I was a child?
I think childhood memories are all funny and all good memories. So I don't really have one in particular because I've enjoyed the time that I've had with my children. I think the funniest thing that I'm going to talk about this pacifier is probably about to piss you off.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so your girl was on a pacifier for a long time, and I always thought it was the cutest thing because she was so strategic with her approach. Okay, so she's been in school since she was about 2.5. And she used to go to this school. It's called New Macedonia, and of course she kind of knew when we arrived to her school. And let me tell you, homegirl would take the pacifier out of her mouth, okay, put it in her pocket so she could walk in school like a whole big girl. But wait a minute, when she got picked up from school, as soon as we hit the stop, oh, baby girl got that pacifier out of her mouth, put it back in before we could even get off the parking lot and leave the school. I thought that was the most hilarious thing ever.
My doctor had to take my pacifier away from me. I think that's still unfair.
Oh yeah, she was really pissed about that. Couldn't understand why a doctor would trump me and say she doesn't need the pacifier anymore. But yeah, that was one of the most interesting childhood experiences with you.
How has your mom molded you into the person you are today? My mom has molded me into the person I am today because she's always very honest about the people that I'm around and the situations that I'm in. So for a very long time, I always got the honest perspective of things, whether I liked it or not.
Mm-hmm.
But now I know how to move towards certain people or how to approach certain situations that I necessarily don't like. So yeah, I always get the real and the honest.
Oh, absolutely. I keep it all the way 100 over here. I don't care which way it go, good, bad, ugly. It might hurt your feelings. It might help out a lot. But I'm going to keep it real. And I'm going to tell you the truth.
What makes your mom accept you and your boyfriend dating?
Oh, this is a good question. Oh my gosh. So, oh my goodness. So when Lariah embarked upon this whole dating scene, it was a bit much. It's a bit much for me. It was a bit much for her dad. Then she was also dating at a time period where I got married, and so my husband's looking at me like I'm crazy. My mom is like, what the heck is going on? Her father is like, really? This is what's about to happen? So I had a very unique perspective, and of course her little sister was always with whatever she was with, so you know how that is. So yeah, I was always in a very unique position in terms of Lariah and her dating experience. So people in my family call me their attorneys, right? Because when people come for them, I step up like, wait, hold up. What you're not gonna do is play with my kids. Okay, number one. I don't care who you are. But no, I had the unique opportunity to kind of work through a lot of things. I knew what everyone else's perspective was around me, but I also felt like it was important for me to keep the relationship open and keep the lines of communication open with Lariah during this process. So there were times when she dated people that I absolutely was like, it's a no. It's a no. But mom, yeah, it's a no. Oh, but you judging people, and just because people don't have what you have, yeah, it's going to be a no. And so I would talk to her about characteristics. I would talk to her about like upbringing, because I'm really big on that. I would talk to her about things in different scenarios and be like, you know, really place yourself in the situation. of the person that you're dating, and really realize, like, do you really have anything in common? Like, have you shared any of the same perspectives or same experiences at all? And so, okay, so she called me judgy and all of that. But then after that, she kind of understood. So fast forward to Tion, which I actually happen to like him a lot. So fast forward to him. One of the things that, like Lariah shared before, we're big on honesty around here. Sometimes honesty may hurt your feelings or whatever the case may be, but as long as you keep it real and as long as you're honest, it is going to take us a long way. So Lariah listened to what I said this one time and was like, "Mom, you know, I'm talking to this guy, and you're right. Like, it is different when their upbringing is kind of like yours, and it is different when they have support systems involved, and yeah, it is different." And so I was like, "Okay, we're gonna see." So then a couple weeks went by, he was still around. I was like, oh, okay, maybe it is different. Okay, weeks turned into months. I'm like, okay, so then maybe this is different. Then it was football season, and now all of a sudden I'm weighing the math, and I'm like, okay, this is serious. This is serious. But throughout this process, though, I felt like it was important to also establish and build a relationship with Tion as well. So we did that. We created the opportunity for him to come around us more, to hang out, family gatherings, you know, come sit down and have family dinner with us. We talk about good, bad, ugly. Of course, we were showing up at the football games. I'm real competitive, and I happen to be a girl mom. I don't have a son. So I was excited about going to the football games, and you probably would have thought I had a kid for real live that I gave birth to out there. But yeah, and so yeah, so I would say I became super supportive when I felt like he had the characteristics of someone that if I had to accept the fact that my daughter was dating, and if I had to have these hard conversations with the people in my life who thought I was crazy for allowing her to date, then, you know, I knew that his vibe was good, his heart was in the right place, his mind was in the right place, and we've had tough conversations, and we've talked about future and things like that. And so I don't know what the future holds for them. However, I keep them lifted in prayer. I keep them surrounded by positivity. You know, Tion is definitely a household name in our family. We are Team Tion over here. So yeah, so if you are dating, just be honest with your parents. You know, try to keep it real with them. If you don't have the parents that you feel like are open for whatever reason, try to introduce that openness to you all's relationship. You know, you don't always have to just accept the, oh, my mom isn't with that, or she, you know, isn't going to be willing to have the conversation. So maybe you should try, because you may be the person that pushes a parent into a place of openness. And so make sure that you're communicating, and don't lie, because 9 times out of 10 we done all of that shit. We done all of that. So, you know, don't lie, because we're already 10 steps ahead of you guys anyway. So yeah, just keep it real with your parents, and be honest, and I think you'll find yourself in a good space around dating.
Describe y'all's relationship in one word. I don't know. It could be a lot of words.
Yeah. I don't know that I could come up with one word.
I'd say real.
Yeah. Authentic.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, I can accept that. Did you want a girl?
Oh my gosh, of course. First of all, when I knew that I was having a baby, I was like, Lord, please bless me with a healthy child, for sure. I wanted her to be 100% healthy. But I also felt like I wanted a girl. Yes, I needed to dress her up in the cutest clothes. And for real, Lariah was actually my first real live doll baby. And then when her sister came along, I had 2 cute little doll babies. So yeah.
Bailey said, do y'all miss Bailey? Because Bailey miss you.
Oh, yes,
we
Bailey.
miss you,
We miss you, Bailey.
What do you love the most about me?
There's so many things that I love about you. I love everything about you, except that you don't wash the dishes when you're supposed to. But other than that, I love everything about Lariah. I love the flaws and all. I love the highs and the lows, because I've seen her experience some really tough things for her. And watching her kind of evolve and watching her kind of push through those things has been an amazing journey. Even when I think about her first YouTube channel, I was sitting there listening like, oh my God, y'all, this girl, listen, my parenting was not in vain. And I received so many text messages and so many phone calls from people who are close to me, who are a part of my village, and they were like, no, seriously, that was you. Like, seriously, it sounded like you were talking in that video. And I was like, yeah, I was proud. I was very proud. I was very proud of that moment. And I think her sister has an amazing benefit to have a big sister like her, because she has so much love to give and so much advice to share. And she'll be able to tell her sister everything about keeping it real, how to call it when it comes to the friends and the friend circle, and who's good for you and who's not so good for you. She'll be able to give her little sister a lot of that. So I appreciate that.
That is my last question. Thank you so much for being a part of my video.
Of course.
And y'all been asking for this Q&A with my mom for a long time, so now you have it.
Yes.
Now I need my 200 subscribers. Thank
Yes,
you.
please push her to 200 and then some, and then some, and then some. And also make sure you take the opportunity to support young entrepreneurs, not just Lariah, but any other person who's in your circle that you may be connected to, who have been courageous enough to start a business. And I would also challenge each of you to push yourselves to that next step. I appreciate the opportunity that Lariah has allowed me to invest in her, and I'm going to challenge each of you to find that niche in you. I don't care what it is. Find something. Find that side hustle. And yes, go to school. And yes, establish a career, but also have that side hustle on the side. Okay?
So yes, we're quarantined, so start your own business.
Yes.
Thanks for tuning into my video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you can know every time I post a video. Peace.
Peace out.